guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Welcome to Rated G TV. As you guys know, my name is Glennis. You guys can always call me G. We're back tonight again. I have my daughter with me, Kiana.
Hello.
As we are going to talk and review and watch Ready to Love, the reunion part 2 together. And then have a little discussion in between, and then have some discussions afterwards towards the end of the episode. We had a good time last week. So hopefully have a lot of, conversations and a lot of things. And I have been watching, or not, watching the live videos that everyone has been posting, or heard about some of the live conversation the cast have had since the reunion, the last part of the reunion has aired. And they had a lot of interesting things to say. So can't wait to get everyone on. And we're not going to talk too long. We're going to go ahead and get everything started. All right. All right.
Previously on the Ready to Love reunion special.
Are you pregnant?
I am pregnant.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is it one of my boys on this show?
Could have been, but it's
Could have
not.
been. Are you interested? Because a woman need to know that.
Okay, I'll do this then. I know it's only right for me to do this right here, and that is let you know that I am interested.
Sure, we can go out on a date.
We got a date. We got a date.
I wanted Joy to express herself through me.
She says, y'all keep up your fight. Be here for love.
Like the message that Denise delivered, I didn't say that.
Definitely think it was inappropriate.
That is narcissistic.
So Joy and Jay, what is the status of your relationship now?
No, it took me some time to get to the place that you wanted me to be. Oh, but now I'm ready. I'm ready to love.
Welcome to part 2 of Ready to Love Last Resort Reunion. I'm your host, Tommy Miles. We left off in part 1 discussing Jay's situation with Joy. Jay, what is the situation? What's the status of you all's relationship?
I want to give a Brian answer for real.
For real?
I know your next question is, are we together?
You don't ask my question.
I'm I've seen it happen a couple times. It's a natural progression of, so where are y'all now? What does that mean? Are y'all dating? Is it?
Answer the question, Jay.
No. We the way everything ended, definitely kind of shifted the focus a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And since we've been back home, then we have a good friendship.
Have you all been out on a date?
We've been out.
We've been on one official date maybe 2 official dates that I can say.
So from your perspective, Joy, what's the status of you all's relationship?
With everything I was dealing with, we just kind of like put things on pause, but also just putting things on pause to really get to know each other. So for me, we are cultivating our situationship, our friendship, and that's situationship.
Oh, Lord,
we're friends first, to answer your question. So we are not together.
Are you dating anyone else?
No, I am not dating anyone else.
If you were dating someone, would it be with each other?
I would say yes. I mean, I would date him. He aight.
Yeah, all right.
I just need to get my romanticism classes on.
All right, I can accept that. I wish y'all well. Now, Sam and Danny, for the first singles, asked to leave the resort after struggling to make the right kind of connection out the gate. Let's take a look back at their early and only moments.
There is great and grand love out here, and I'm waiting for that man. My family is from Truth.
Who's eating the cut?
I was a single mom, so I didn't date. I'm just ready.
I train people in person also.
I ain't got time for you to tell me about my macros. I want to eat, drink some liquor, then that's what I'm going to do.
I feel like it's somebody I can hang with. It would just be like, I was hanging with one of the homies. So what you got?
I'm 41.
You're very sexy.
Oh, okay. I can be a little cold and distant. Personal chef, like you're actually cooking and being in the actual kitchen the entire time.
Our flies here, his flies.
Yeah.
So the woman the men feel that just isn't ready to love is Danny. Sam. Danny, how does it feel when you see it all roll back?
I feel fine because that's who I am. Any day of the week, I was my authentic self. I do give off homegirl vibes. A homegirl is really a friend,
Right.
right?
Right.
You've been married. Your wife is your friend, right?
Right.
So if you're going to be in a relationship, it has to start there. The foundation of a relationship is friendship.
How's dating been since the show?
Nothing solid. I'm not committed to
Right.
anyone. You got somebody for me?
I don't have anybody for you. But I wish you well, though.
Oh, thank you so much. I
All right,
appreciate it.
wish you well. How about you, Sam? Were you surprised to be first eliminated?
Honestly, no. Only because I knew I had a lot going on.
You had a lot going on.
I just recently got some news that I have a baby on the way.
Oh, really? Is this the third baby?
Maybe making Houston.
So before you met all these people,
Mhm.
you knew you had a child on the way.
Right, but by then I was already locked in. So it's like, okay, what do I do? But processing it in my mind, okay, I'm seeing a pattern within myself that I know I need to change. Again, third baby mama in a way.
This is your third child.
Third child. And for that to be the situation, on top of what I know I'm already dealing with on my own, I need to rearrange some things.
Right.
And
You got some self-adjusting to do.
absolutely.
And the last person I want you hanging with
Mm.
is Raymond. Because he got 5. Stay focused. I wish you well. And take care of your children.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You got to be a father 3 times in 3 different places. And that's a whole different ball game. But you got to man up to it because you manned up from the beginning to do what you did.
Of course.
Cool?
Cool.
All right. All right. Raymond and Shea did manage to keep a seat at the table for a while, but ultimately, a lasting impression just wasn't in the cards for them. Let's take a look.
Single mama, or 2?
Well, I got you beat. I got 5. With the 5 kids and being an entertainer, this, you already labeled as a whore, especially running with Tank and Junior.
Were you out there hoeing too?
I was. I don't treat relationship like it's a relationship. It's marriage to me.
So if that's the case, then why not do it?
Oh, let's just roll with it.
His mouth said, "Oh, I'm okay with marriage, but it's just a piece of paper." Right. The ladies feel like you are no longer ready to love.
Damn! 10! I give him a 10! Working for submissiveness.
Shea might be a little too forward. At the end of it all, you're ultimately not ready for love.
All right now. Welcome, you two. Shea, we're going to start with you. What do you think prevented you from finding love on the resort?
I have like a great connection from a friendship standpoint with the guys. It just wasn't that romantic connection that I know that I came here for.
Is that the homegirl vibe?
I'm not for everybody and everybody's not for me. And that's okay. It's all good. I love the fact that I'm not for everybody.
Right. Raymond?
Yes, sir.
At 52, what is it about marriage that makes you a little hesitant?
Well, I was saying marriage is a commitment between 2 souls, pretty much.
Okay.
The paper is a safety net for you.
It's legally binding.
It's legally binding. But, you shacked for 10 years, you married.
No, you're not.
Well, you're not.
No,
You're not
you
on
are
paper,
not.
but
You are not.
Not legally. But what's the difference in being with somebody for 10 years?
Married is the difference. To me, that's just called man up. If a lady lets a man do that at 5 years and then 7 years and then you look up 10 years, guess what? He's not gonna marry you.
That's true.
It's not gonna happen.
That's true.
Is there someone special now?
I made a connection.
Got some potentials?
Got a potential.
Yes. Well, let's hear about it. Who are we talking about?
We're talking about, I think she a chef.
She a chef.
Chef Shea.
Shea, you and Raymond have made a connection?
Yes, me and Raymond had a chance to connect later in the show, right before he left. And he just has a matureness about him, and we got a chance to hook up and hang out. And he's just a grown-ass man. And I appreciate that.
Okay. Is it romantic?
No, it ain't romantic yet.
He lying.
He lying?
He lying.
He lying. Oh, okay. I'm quit talking to you, Raymond. Has he been romantic?
Absolutely. It's not platonic.
It's not
That's what you
platonic.
mean.
Has she cooked for you?
Yeah.
Oh.
She did. I was there.
Simone was there too.
I was the witness. They were gazing in each other's eyes over some crab legs, honey.
Listen.
All right. So, Raymond, is there potential there?
It's potential.
Okay. Promise me this.
Okay.
If it gets to where it could possibly grow and blossom, no shacking.
No shacking.
No shacking.
No
Okay.
We're gonna get the paper.
We're gonna get the paper.
We're gonna get the paper.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely have to get the
We'll
paper
do the
for
paper.
me.
All right, don't y'all go anywhere because up next, Naya and Chris went from the quiet storm to radio silence in a blink of a mortgage payment. Stay tuned. We're talking about it right after this.
Guys, let's talk about that first segment real quick. He said, no, not you. Guys, let me know what y'all thought about this segment. First of all, I want to say Danny looked great. Okay, she looks real good. And I kind of hate that she was labeled the homegirl, but she said what I said in my first video when I was saying that, you want that foundation of a friendship, you know, it'll be a little stronger as far as that. Now, I was kind of shocked to hear that Sam said that he has a baby on the way.
No.
He did look better on the reunion. I don't know if somebody styled him.
Because he wasn't styled by himself.
And his
No
makeup
offense to
looks a
Sam.
little better or something that they put on his face, but he actually looked really good.
Real smooth.
He did look smooth.
Real smooth. Airbrush.
Real smooth. I'm not shocked about Joy and Jay's situation because that was a lot going on. And at this point, you probably don't want to put yourself in a relationship.
Yeah.
But the situationship kind of sounds like kissing.
I when she said situationship, I was like, I don't know if you want to label it that.
And then
But if you do,
was it what's that man named Raymond and Shea? I was shocked with that because she was the first one talking about. Hold on the first episode, wasn't she the first one talking about what was it? 5 kids. She was running from him.
I think
Was
so.
she running from him?
I don't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was.
It might have been Naya.
I think it was Naya.
Okay.
I think it was Naya.
So she was running from him. She was running from him. But that's kind of shocking. He tried to
It's
play
a-
it down
it's
to friendship, but it's more than that. He ought to be ashamed of himself. See, that's why he's single. He got that musician thing.
Yeah. I'm ready to love. Just not. Just the shacking thing. I started thinking about the shacking thing. Like, no marriage.
That's what Tommy said. Haha. No, you're not. When he said, ain't that the same thing? You got some people that have common law. I think I had an uncle that was with somebody so long it was considered common law. I think there's an actors, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. They've been together so long it's called common law marriage, but they never got married for real. Edmund and Stedman, Oprah and Stedman.
Oprah's dating somebody?
She's been with the same guy for
I don't
over
know.
a decade.
I don't know Oprah's life.
Oh my God. All right, guys, let's get back into the second half. And then after the second half, we'll come back and discuss.
Oops.
All right.
Chris, Rasheed.
Obliging his interest. That was a gut blow.
Did I say that?
That's coming off as disrespect.
Well, you disrespect people on TV, and that's what you did.
You disrespect people in person. So like I said,
I don't even know you.
Welcome back to the Ready to Love reunion special. Naya and Chris had an immediate connection that felt like magic. But after financial conversation, the only magic left was Naya making Chris disappear. Let's watch.
Let's see what we got. You know, they say that men don't have biological clocks. Mine is ticking, and I want a baby.
Who are you?
Me? Just Naya, that's it.
I cannot deny the chemistry that is there.
Oh,
I truthfully went on one of the most amazing dates. He has swag, and I like swag.
So you found your connection?
Well, that's new to y'all. That was number 4 for us.
So what's your thought on finances?
I think, we split the mortgage.
We don't split no mortgage. Are you crazy? That's your job.
If I'm getting ready to take upon a wife, I feel like I want to be able to financially be able to make sure that things are taken care of and you don't have to worry about that.
Edwin was right there, and all of my concerns were soothed.
Last time we were talking, you were gung-ho by Chris.
I wasn't never gung-ho about nobody. I don't know Chris. I was obliging his interest.
You were obliging his interest. Wow.
There were people that wanted to connect with you, and it just didn't happen because all your focus was on Naya.
Unfortunately, that one answer cost me everything.
Chris.
Yes, sir.
Was that hard to see? How does it feel to see Naya denying your chemistry?
That was shocking. But yeah, obliging his interest, that was a gut blow. I didn't know about the date with her and Edwin, so seeing the full-on lips, meanwhile I'm getting these petty ass pecks, I was like, oh.
Was anybody else surprised to see Naya acting like she didn't have a connection with Chris?
He was all in and just,
day one.
Hearts in his eyes, everything. And I actually commented, Chris, I said, man, I appreciate the way that you have no problem engaging and being vulnerable. For him to go in like that, I admired it just as his brother.
You know how guys, we're always kind of tough. We want to be tough and withhold our feelings about, women. And he shared that in a group of guys. I felt for him in that moment.
But at the same time, the beauty of this process was for us to date multiple people. So not saying he was wrong for having the feelings that he felt for Naya, but maybe he should have explored other options.
Moved around a little more.
Exactly.
I was somewhat shocked because I thought that they had a really good connection. But I also knew that day they had a conversation about the finances because Chris and I had talked about it. And so I knew whatever he had said had to be fixed with Naya.
Chris, are you actually clear on everything that happened?
I mean, yeah, I am. But that day was very emotional with me realizing that I fumbled the ball. Because I did like 3 confessions that day. Like I was emotionally like rattled and scattered.
Naya, you said you were not interested in Chris.
Did I say that? No, I did
You were
not say that.
obliging his interest.
Absolutely.
Did he try to fix it?
He fixed it right away.
Okay.
And I think my energy shifted because I had others coming to me about something he and I had already fixed, and he went outside the house to still talk about it.
So is that where the tension came
That's
from?
where
That's where
I was
the tense
like,
responses
because I didn't want to talk
then.
about that in front of everyone. I wanted to talk with Chris like, baby, we're good. But I think it kind of shook him as well because right after that, y'all had the conversation, and then here come me and this one hand in hand walking around the corner. And I even stopped. I was like, give me a minute. Chris, are you okay? Do you remember that? And you said, actually, I'm not.
Once it surfaced with Edwin, then this started to go down.
No, that had nothing to do. He can't change how I feel about him. He can't change how I feel about him.
How you feel about Edwin now?
We do communicate quite often.
Are you dating?
We've dated.
Dated is a dating. Is there a romantic interest?
I would still say yes. Let me be clear on this. Yes, I would still date both of them. My thing still stands the same. If you ask me, I will oblige and I will say okay with whoever asks. I am currently dating.
You're currently dating.
On the show, off the show, before the show, after the show.
Okay. All right, listen, when on this journey for love, it's natural to be emotional after being eliminated. Some people go home quietly, while other people go home with a bang. Naya is other people. But I'm about to show you Naya's exit with some people go home quietly, while other people go home with a bang. Naya is other people. But I'm about to show you Naya's exit with some never-before-seen footage. You're going to want to sit down for this one.
So guys, we had a meeting. We talked about how you and Chris interacted.
Okay.
I was disappointed that that seemed to be the final straw with him. So for that reason, the guys have decided that you're not ready.
Okay. You could say it to the couch. That'll be messed up on your behalf.
You're just not ready to love.
Thank you, guys. I love y'all.
How you feeling right now, Naya?
Grateful.
Why?
Because I get to go home. I've been in jail for like a few weeks. Okay, turn this off.
Well, look, I don't know how to deal with those cameras. I'm gonna hit the mic. Please don't touch the mic because you know we can't have you guys.
If I press enough buttons, it'll come off. Because y'all not going to embarrass me. The advice that I have for the ladies is to ask the right questions right in the beginning so you don't waste a lot of time. Do they bathe every day? Do they get their prostate checked? Are their teeth real? Do they keep their teeth clean? Some of the men just aren't ready to be what I need in my life. I didn't like anyone through this process. I was never intrigued with Edwin. Chris, you know, those were his feelings. And hopefully he gets some help for that. Okay.
Come back in here.
To do what? No, my boyfriend meet me in Atlanta. So.
So you came on the show with
I came on the show with lots of potentials already in store that already passed the test.
Why did you come then? Because it sounds like you knew you wasn't ready. You wasn't kind of open to this process.
No, I've always been ready. I'm ready. These 10 here weren't for me, but it's a few others that might be. We'll see.
Wow. Rasheed.
Oh, God. Yes.
You look stunned.
Man, what?
You talked to the couch?
I followed directions.
Naya, if I heard it correctly, you said you had a boyfriend in Atlanta?
Yeah, I was talking.
You was talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going out, guns blazing.
All right. On a serious note, Naya, do you wish you would have handled this differently?
No way. I
The
handled it.
elimination part? I mean,
No.
What about you, Edwin? She said she wasn't into you.
You know, I honestly, I'm gonna tell you like this. When you're in that moment, I could only go based off of the energy that was going on at that moment. So her and I had this discussion even after it, and I knowing the personality and the person that she is, even when it was said, I still know that it wasn't necessarily directed towards me. She could have said that all day long, but in the moment, I just know what we've shared. So it is what it is.
What's going on with you and Miss Naya?
We connected at the very start of this journey, so it's always been there. You know, since we've been back, we've dated, as she said, and we've had a great time. But it's just been one. You know, I'm now back in the flow of managing the business and also at the same time trying to, you know, focus on the self-care aspect of things that I needed to focus on with me personally.
You're still working on self.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys connected on the show and afterwards. Yeah. Chris, what's your takeaway experience from this, man?
Oh man, it was a great experience. I'm glad that I stepped outside the box to try to find love. It did make me realize that I am consistent in how I am in life. If it's work, I'm all in. Family, I'm all in. If somebody that I'm into, I'm feeling all my attention, I'm all in. So it was amazing. I mean, I didn't find the love, but you know, my queen out there waiting. You know, I'm not looking, but I'm here to be found.
You gonna find. They not gonna find you. He seeketh. The other way around, baby. We got to work on that.
Look, I said, I'm not looking, but I'm here to be found.
He's not looking, but he's here to be found. I like that. And you're very vulnerable. You'll open up to everything. So I'm proud of you. It's time for us to take another break. Coming up, comments were made that struck a nerve and raised an issue that has plagued the Black community. We're addressing it all when the reunion returns. Stay locked. Welcome back to the season 3 reunion.
Sorry, your face.
What I don't like is when Naya is in her mess and you have the cast laughing and making excuses for it. It bothers me because y'all making this. It makes you think, are you guys mature? Now, guys, let's just put this out there. I am the same age as the cast members. We're all in the same age group. And I am kind of disappointed in how they're acting with somebody's foolishness when I have friends that are much younger and they carry themselves a little bit different and they will call you out on, you know, the foolery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the fact that you're still okay with the whole situation about how you handled the whole Chris thing and to see the rest of everything, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
She don't regret like how she exited.
Right. And like even Rasheed's mouth dropped open some. And then even what's my boy name? What is my man name?
Edwin?
Chris.
Okay.
Chris. Even Chris in the corner. If you guys watch it and you go back, if you want to go back and watch the video later, when you guys watch it, you'll see that even he was just appalled.
Yeah.
He was appalled. And Edwin looked like, oh, did I make a mistake? Which I'm kind of confused because you go from dating or having an interest in Joy, who wants to make sure your mental state is intact, to having an interest in dating Naya and go out on a few dates and y'all being all kumbaya-ish and lovey-lovey and all this kind of romantic stuff. And she may decide to do something else and that might affect your mental health. At this point, you just work on that. You know what I'm saying? Just work on that. I don't know what you think, Kiana.
I mean, you pretty much said everything. Like, it's kind of, you got to look at Evan like, come on now. Like, how, like you said, how you go from being interested in Joy to, and there's no shade against Naya, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure in her own way, she's a lovely lady. But, you know, that sounds like shade. But, you know, like, no. And the way she like exploded at the end, it was just like, I don't regret anything I did or said. Like y'all could be together and she say something to you and you'd be like, I don't like that you said that really hurt me. She's like, well, I said it and I don't regret it. And it seems like that would be it. And then it wouldn't work out. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like they give her a pass, but they don't give Denise a pass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're and she's a little bit more, she's aggressive too.
Yeah.
And they give it a pass, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? Even Shea and it's just Naya. Naya's cool outside of this. Like even Shea and Simone in the background had this look like what? But I don't know. I'm just kind of a little disappointed in Edwin. You know, I have him here, and then you know, and me and Edwin are the same age, and it's kind of like it's bothersome. Like, wait a minute, we're too old for the foolery and for you not to be able to discern the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So
what you think about her saying like I would still date both of y'all?
The foolishness, and they allow it. You know what I'm saying? They allowing this. They make an excuse. That's why I like with Chris. Chris is not tolerant today. He probably after this, maybe they cool. Who knows? I'm sorry, guys. Maybe they cool. Who knows? But I don't think he's cool with her at this point. You know what I'm saying? Cool with how all of that went down. And you don't have even Tommy had this look like, and then at the end when he was like, Chris said, you know, I'm not dating, but I'm not looking right now, but love will find me. That's pretty much what he was saying. And I'm here to be found. Like love can find me.
Yeah.
You know, and then she wants to jump in and say, it's he who finds.
It's the other way around, baby. It's the other way around.
But if you look in the scriptures, and I can't remember the scriptures, it does say a woman that finds a man who is faithful. You know, faithful to God, faithful to God. So it's in there two ways. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to throw no other stuff in there when you really can't really get in there. But anyway, like I said, and then Tommy had to chime in and be like, you know, this is what he's saying. And I like what he's saying. Yeah. Stop it with your nastiness. I don't like it with your nastiness. With your nastiness. All right, guys, let's get into the good stuff. I think they're gonna do Denise and
and about the cringe. Like I
suffer from secondhand embarrassment. So just know if you see me going like this and stuff, and I feel like it's me there. So all right, let's go ahead and.
Union are ready to love. While discussing the men she didn't have a connection with, Denise made comments about Rasheed that put everyone in their feelings, including me. Take a look.
What's your name again?
My name's Rasheed. You
Rasheed.
gonna remember my name now.
Rasheed?
I'm very
I have
memorable
to-
now.
Rasheed came off kind of cocky. Like, don't do that.
We came out our shirts. Y'all still got cover-ups on. This a pool, right?
So you gonna do that? Okay. Just how he is reminds me of a narcissistic person that I dealt with for a long time.
I said initially that you were in my top, and Denise instantly said, you know, oh, I kind of get a narcissistic vibe from him.
Narcissistic?
Yeah.
Me?
You come with the college brat. It come with the you light skin, you're tall.
I didn't get that vibe.
But see, men will try who they think they can, right?
What does that have to do with being a narcissist?
It has nothing to do with you. Why you have to talk to me about it? You ain't gotta come to me trying to check me. Don't try to play me.
You
Am
don't
I-
give
am
me
I-
respect. You always
Okay.
have a slick comment with anything.
Okay.
Whenever it comes to, even right now, you're talking at me. I'm coming to you and you coming for me.
It is what it is, boo.
I'm so tired of the light skin, dark skin.
Me too.
At some point, we as Black people, we got to figure out how we unify ourselves because we are quick to tear each other down.
I'm first off going to start off with an apology on behalf of her.
I'm not down talking you. That's my own realization and my own truth. So it is what it is.
All right. So, Denise, your comments upset a lot of people. So I want to ask you, were you judging Rasheed because he's light-skinned?
Let me clarify what I said. What I said was Rasheed gave me a narcissistic vibe. What I did was use an example of my own truth. But then what wasn't shown was I said, let me not use that and give him a benefit of a doubt and not treat him no different.
But you didn't say that in a lounge.
I can't take back what I said because that's my own truth.
You can at least apologize for it, though, for the statement itself. Because it's a broad statement. You know what I mean? It's a hurtful broad statement.
Rasheed, if that offended you, I do apologize. But at the same time, I'm not going to apologize for what I said because that was my own trigger for me. And we did have a conversation. Did we have a conversation?
We did have a conversation, but I still never got a direct apology, and I still haven't received one from what you just said. I understand your traumas and what you've been through, and I have empathy and sympathy for those. However, my name was associated with the word, whether or not you called me that directly or said I gave traits of that. That's where I felt you should apologize for, because although you said it amongst the ladies with Tommy, that still is a group setting, and you could have possibly have shaped their opinion or thoughts of me. And furthermore, when this does get out to the masses, I'm going to have to answer for that going forward, and that's disturbing to me.
Rasheed, I don't have a problem with you.
No,
You felt-
we
if you
fixed
felt-
us after that. Go
I
ahead,
want
I'm
to
sorry.
apologize to you because it feels like everybody wants me to apologize to you
But I
because
don't
it
want
was
that
a
if that's not what you
misunderstanding.
feel, babe.
But if you don't want to, if it's
I'm
not,
going to apologize. I'm going to apologize for myself. If that made you feel a way, I do sincerely apologize. I don't want to say I'm sorry. I apologize. Listen, we all make mistakes. I don't think that I come off like I'm better than you.
You definitely treated me inferior the entire time.
I mean, well, I felt like I was being attacked. So when I'm feeling like
How do you
being
feel
attacked,
I
my
never
guard.
once disrespected you. I never once said anything bad, and you literally in every clip are telling me I'm about to get stoned, or I'm doing this and I'm doing that, or I'm trying to get under your skin. Maybe he's an attractive man, and I'm just trying to talk to him because I'm here to date and here to find love. So why? I never once disrespected you, even though we like the same person.
You came over and tried to check me about it. And it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You came like very forceful to me.
I came forceful to you when you literally sat down with your hand on your hip and was talking to me like this, and I'm literally saying I'm trying to talk to you and understand.
To me, that's coming off as disrespect.
Well, you disrespect people on TV, and that's what you did.
You disrespect people in person. So like I said,
I don't even know you.
I'm from Acres Home, and had you would have been in Acres Home, it would not have been that way.
Well, I'm not from Acres Home. I'm from Beaumont, so it don't matter.
All right. I'm not finna go here. I'm not finna do this.
is anybody interested in just squashing it?
Me and
It's
Denise
been
squashed it.
squashed.
Okay.
It's been squashed.
Adriana, can you squash it? Denise, can you two squash it?
Adriana, it's been squashed.
Okay.
I've already had a conversation with her after the show.
Adriana, are you good?
No, I'm not. But I don't think I ever will be. I think at the end of the day, like, we're just two completely different women.
Mhm.
And like, I think even outside of the show, we wouldn't be able to mesh. We probably wouldn't be friends anyway. And that's fine. Like, it is what it is.
Fair enough. Oh, all right. I'm glad we were able to have that conversation. It's time for us to take another break. When we return, we're talking about two of our couples who started off strong, but then decided to make a switch. More Ready to Love right after this.
This all some bull. This is all bull.
Look at them. They so cute coming down. How about the same height?
Stupid, bro. Well, it's official. I am no longer the craziest cast member.
Girl, you never was.
Even though she bashed you on the internet or whatever she's doing, there's no point of even entertaining that.
But she didn't come for anybody else that way, but me. You need to know your place. What? On a dating show? On a date? What's the problem? Like, I don't get it. There's a line between being classy and a bigger person and standing up for yourself. And I feel like I never stood up for myself.
I just want to put my cover on.
Welcome.
Oh, goodness.
They say a lot of pride up there. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she has a lot of pride because most people that apologize by saying, if I offended you, and some people in their personal life should have met a person that's done this before. If anybody that says, if I offended you, then I'm sorry, does not really realizing that what they did was kind of wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, even if you feel right in what you're doing, sometimes it's just easy just to go ahead and just, kind of cool out and just say, you know what, at this point, just so we can keep it moving, I do apologize if I offended you and this, and the other, and been gone and just been done from it. Now, the whole thing with her and Adriana, with her going back, and forth, I felt like she was just waiting. You know what I'm saying? She was just waiting for an opportunity to jump in. Like, to the fact that you can tell Denise was trying to keep her composure. Yeah. When she kept going back, even the shot to when she was talking about Khalfani and said, he's nice looking in this. And he had this look, and then he looked over at Denise like, God, oh my God, what's going to happen? But she was really trying to keep her composure. Yeah. And then Adriana did her barking. You know what I'm saying? And then talking to the ladies afterwards, you do that. I just don't understand. I just because
yeah.
See through that.
And then somebody talk about I'm no longer the craziest.
We never said you was crazy.
Said you was crazy.
Nobody ever said she was crazy. She's just messy and talks too fast. And people that just talks too fast and too hyper irks me just a little bit. I can't handle people like that in my setting, or I can't listen to them too long talk. But yeah, it's just, and then Rasheed, and I just want to say this, I just want to say this. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Rasheed, it seemed like Rasheed wanted to make sure that people was aware that I don't have the issue. So whatever's going on with Denise and Adriana, they ain't got nothing to do with me. It's just, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. We're good. We squashed it. We had to talk about it. But I do like how she kind of listened to him. Yeah. I just wish she gave him the apology, that he was looking for, just that he was looking for stuff.
I'm sorry if I offended you.
Sorry. Anybody that be like, I'm telling you guys, listen to me. Anyone that says to you, if I offended you, I'm sorry. It's just easy to say, you know what? I apologize for it, just so y'all can keep on moving. And that way he'll have peace. And then eventually you're going to have your own peace if you choose to go ahead and give yourself that peace. And whatever.
Also, and plus, like, ain't nobody going to be looking at you sideways because, like, I did apologize, you know what I'm saying? So, like, people not, because now people going to walk away and be like, she didn't even apologize? Like,
unless she just felt like she wanted to do it outside of it, but
on her own accord.
I just think on her own accord, but I think, I don't know. It's just, you guys tell me what you think. We're going to get back in the episode, guys. And yes, I did see the comment that said, yes, Denise should have apologized, but Adriana is one immature human. I didn't read the whole, she is. I'm glad my mic was muted when she was talking, so she's got to grow up some, and she can't use her age because I know too many people the same age as her that I get advice from, and I'm way older. You know what I'm saying? So, all right.
Back to the Ready to Love reunion special. We all know how Khalfani and Adriana ended up leaving the Ready to Love resort together. But they weren't an automatic match from the beginning. Before there was Khalfani and Adriana, there was an Adriana and Rasheed, and a Khalfani and Denise. Let's take a look.
Hi, how are you?
No way. What's up, beautiful?
I see you, Rasheed. A couple years ago, we went on a date. I ended up ghosting him, but hopefully now I can redeem myself.
Give someone a kiss.
Everybody.
Oh, you can't wait.
Ooh. I'm in love.
So Rasheed is my man.
You want to go on the swing? Let's go on the swing.
Sit on the swing.
Khalfani. He's just downright fine. I can leave those here.
Relax. Her presence, I just connected with it immediately.
I love.
Putting the magical
The
hands
magic
up.
hand? Get real close to me.
And what happens when that happens?
I don't know. It's like a safe, good thing or a new, great thing.
I'm the same way every day. I wake up happy. I go to sleep happy. Praying and blessed. Happy, excited, for life.
I think Adriana is actually trying to get up under my skin. Keep it cute. You need to know your place.
You should be confident enough to know that you left such an impact.
I do. I shouldn't show you that.
I never
with
want
you sitting with someone does affect me.
The energy that Denise has been showing me, like with the jealousy or the insecurity, I don't like that. Rasheed has been here from day one.
Right.
I came a little late in the game, but when I see something I like, I don't stop until I get it.
I felt I've kind of put my heart out there, kind of on the line.
But I mean, don't say it like it's a bad. I don't know. It's just whenever.
Well, it's bad if I don't get the prize.
Right.
I'm starting to love Anthony. I am. It's just a different vibe. So I wanted you to know that we gotta break up.
I was never under the impression we had a relationship.
I was hoping their reaction was, what you mean? Baby, fight for me.
You fabricated the truth to make me feel some kind of way. When someone shows you who they are, believe it.
You had kind of like pulled away from me a little bit.
You're partly right. I never want to feel like my courting of you turns into my chasing of you.
I want to be chased, So now I feel like I'm going to move forward with Khalfani.
Rasheed.
Yes, sir.
What was your first impression when you saw Adriana at the resort, knowing that she ghosted you in the past?
That's so funny, man. It was a mutual ghosting. If we want to be transparent about it, we both went on a date, and it was just awkward for both of us. I was fresh out of my marriage, and she was fresh out of something. So when I saw her again, I was like, okay, now we can see if there was really something there.
True opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, like, oh, well, maybe it's the universe putting us back together.
What made you pull away from Rasheed?
I feel like I didn't pull away until like the end. Like once he saw the connection that I had with Khalfani, I could feel his energy completely change.
Okay, who wouldn't pull back from that? I'm a chivalrous man. I will court the hell out of you, but I will not chase you. I won't chase any woman if I felt that I've given you my hell out of you. But I will not chase you. I won't chase any woman if I felt that I've given you my all.
I just feel like it wasn't over. Like no decision was fully made yet. Like, yeah, he might have been number one that week, but that doesn't mean that would be every time or forever or the end result.
I was focused on you because that's this type of person I am. Like I was married for 10 years. With the exception of Tommy, I had the longest tenure of marriage on this stage. So when I lock in, I lock in. But I'm no fool. If it's not reciprocated, then I'm going to respectfully give you space. And that's what I felt I was doing.
Ultimately, why didn't it work out?
I think we're at different ages and stages of life right now.
Ages and stages.
Correct.
He was consistent the whole time in telling me that I was his number one, but whenever someone else came into play, he didn't fight for me. And that was something that I was looking for. As far as ages and stages, I feel like if I would have picked him, we wouldn't have heard that.
Khalfani and Denise. Denise, why was it hard for you to see Khalfani dating other people?
It was never hard for me.
Okay.
See, the picture was painted like it was hard and that I get jealous. It's never nothing about that. I'm not a jealous person. It didn't make me feel anything. We're here in a process. It's expected for you to go out on dates. It's expected for you to vibe. Just as well, it was expected for me as well. And I would never be jealous of you because I'm secure with myself.
Baby, action,
It is
actions
not
speak louder than words, baby.
What did I do?
Denise.
What did I
Come
do?
on. Come
Help me
on
out, 'cause
now.
that's been a while ago.
Come on now, baby. Come on. A lot of time we can't always see ourselves in our full, whole entirety. If I ask you about your back right now, you can't give me a description of every detail.
On my back?
Yes.
I can.
Basically, I'm saying that to say that sometimes it takes an outside perspective to point something out to you that you may not be aware of. And the way you accept it tells a lot about a person.
I do have a guard because they take the assertiveness as me being aggressive and having an attitude, or I'm this and I'm that, right? It's not that. It's if I see or I'm witnessing that somebody's trying to set me up, my guard goes up. So it is what it is. How you see it is how you see it. Like,
I can respect that. All right, we're gonna hit the pause button. Coming up, the couple you all been waiting for, Khalfani and Adriana. Don't go anywhere because we're gonna get the whole story behind this, the late connection, the whole 9 yards. You're watching the Ready to Love reunion special.
First of all, I just want to say nobody's been waiting for Khalfani. The couple we all been waiting for, the couple we all was waiting to hear about was Jay and Joy.
Yeah.
If I may be honest. Now, I don't know if let's see here. I don't know if they cut Winter's face and please. They cut Winter's face in different what's the word I want to say, different shots, because sometimes and put it in different clips, like when people were talking. But if that was Winter's face doing while Denise was talking, I just want to say this, and Winter, you can feel free. What's I going to say? Winter, you can feel free if you do see this. You can reach out to me. I know you say about women's empowerment, but I can really pour into you. But anyway, make that face at yourself. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm a person that makes reactions about certain things on my face. You can see it, like I don't hold it, but all of the extraness. So I'm just hoping that that was something else. Second, what Rasheed say? What about different
ages, different stages?
Different stages. Look, I don't know if you guys saw me clapping, but I really like what Rasheed said. He is being straight and upfront about, look, I'm a grown man. I was married for 10 years. So I recognize what I recognize. You know what I'm saying? And my understanding is that she was saying that on some live, she was saying that they called her he was saying she was immature, but that's not what he was saying. He was just like, we're at different parts of our lives. And so I'm not going to keep running after you, and I done courted you and gave you all this. At this point in my, I think, what is Rasheed? 42, 43?
40 something.
He's in his 40s. Yeah. So at this point in my life, I don't got time to play those games. And I have a child that I have a son. So I'm not dealing with this, you know. But, oh, God. And then, Poe, what'd you say? You put this up? I'll be honest, when you mix defensiveness and assertiveness, it does become aggression. That is correct. What do you think about that?
I'm sorry, I blanked out for like 2 seconds. But yeah, I agree with what Amani said. So yeah.
Like I said, because Winter was doing all those, looking like she was tripping, but she didn't make not one face in part one when she was looking at herself sneak into a room.
Yeah.
And that's when you need to hold yourself
I'd have been
accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have been like. That was just too much to me. And then Khalfani, oh gosh. And then that clip when Denise went back to Khalfani and said, I wanted you to fight for me. That's why I said that. Denise. I know she said it to the audience, but Denise, that's why Khalfani probably went to Anthony right after that. Now it makes sense. Production, you guys stop doing that never before scene. I know you like to catch people in their mess at the reunion, but
which is, it's kind of
which
smart.
is good,
It's
which is smart. But
keep it coming back.
now, as a reviewer, we're getting clips of it. But most of the time, us as a reviewer, the people that I see, they're picking up they're looking at people's energies, not actually what they're saying to pick up on people. But bravo for Rasheed. I really like Rasheed. He's a super grown man. I told you guys.
Yeah. He ain't bad.
In the casting special, he was gonna be my favorite on the show. Even though I'm keep quiet, but yeah, he's gonna be my favorite on the show. So, all right, guys, let's get back into it.
I started thinking about the other comment, but I'll leave it alone.
What other comment?
Never mind.
No,
never mind. I'll talk about it later.
Go ahead and talk about it now. We're live.
No, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it later at the end of the episode. But
yes, embarrassing.
Yeah. Anyways.
Welcome back to the Ready to Love reunion special. In the dating game, you never know when you're going to find your connection. Adriana and Khalfani were sure they had found theirs elsewhere. But when all was said and done, they found themselves in each other's arms. Let's take a look.
What's up, Smiley?
Khalfani he's just the tall, dark, and handsome. Ooh, Lord. Whenever I'm with Khalfani, I feel like I'm in high school. I'm just smiling and giggling the whole time.
I can carry you with one hand.
You cannot.
Shut your mouth.
Oh my God. You are you.
I like our flow. I like our vibe. I like our energy. I like her look, her mindset. Is that a good answer?
That's great. His name's Khalfani.
Khalfani,
Yes.
got it.
6'2", chocolatey brown, chiseled, just, oh my God. And it was just like, who's that guy?
Yeah, we can't do the lustful thing. Go with your intuition.
I'm gonna continue to show you day after day why you should be in my arm.
You're the one I want.
I don't know what the future holds, but I know it's gonna be great as long as you're by my side. Toast to us, long-lasting love.
Long-lasting love.
Aww.
Too cute.
Happily ever after.
Adriana, your friend said she thought you was in lust with Khalfani.
Because she don't know what she's talking about.
Okay. I seen you every time I see you rubbing on his muscles. Every time I see you.
Well, they there. They in my face. I don't know.
Khalfani, at the end of the process, you decided to choose Adriana. Why?
Anything less would have been uncivilized.
He had no choice. I left.
I mean, she was just a perfect fit for me. Never no arguments, disagreements, this and that. Our conversation flowed naturally. I mean, she's just who I clicked with the best.
Okay. So let's talk about now. What happened after you left the resort?
Whenever we got back to Houston, he told me that he wanted to have dinner just so we could talk about some things. And he told me that he had an ex come back in the picture and that it was a better decision for him to pursue her because she already had a great relationship with his kids.
The what? Come on, Khalfani, for real, man.
Man,
We went through this whole process.
I was just
How
a
soon
shock.
was this after y'all got back?
When I got home, there was a note on my door.
So we talking about the next damn day after
Like an
you get
eviction
home.
notice?
I'm trying to understand. You've made a great connection. So we get back and a note on the door can change all that?
Well, like she said, I had a relationship with this woman before.
Why'd she come back?
Me?
And you in love with her?
I am.
You gonna marry this woman?
More than likely.
Adriana, have you gotten the closure you need off of this?
Part of the reason why I chose Khalfani was because he's like, I'm here to fight for you. I'm here. I want you. I want you on my arm. I want, all this. I want this. And then it was like I had a bubble, and as soon as we got home, it just plop, there you go. But the only part for me was just wondering, was the connection real?
Do you think I could have faked all the moments that we shared, knowing how genuine of a person I am, how honest of a person I am?
You got regrets that you chose Khalfani over Rasheed? When it happened, did you think about Rasheed?
Immediately.
Yeah.
Rasheed, you was all in on her, right?
Sure, yeah.
Well, I gotta ask, now that she's single, what's the possibility of re-exploring something like this?
I have nothing bad to say about her. I had nothing complimentary things to say about Khalfani as well. Some of the mannerisms when she would speak about me, body language would change slightly, right? And she gets so bubbly and so excited talking about Khalfani. She made you feel like you're in high school?
Hold on for a second. What y'all talking about?
I asked her, did she really feel like a whole process at the resort? Does she feel like I acted that out?
Adriana, did you hear anything he said?
I'm sorry.
Wow. We still got a problem. We talk about it all the time. The process can be tough. Got to be patient and present. And you missing it. Alrighty then. Rasheed, you was head over heels.
Yeah.
That was your number one.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. We're coming down to the final stretch. When we get back, we're doing one last check-in with the cast just to see who might be ready to give love another shot. Don't y'all go anywhere. More of the Ready to Love Last Resort reunion after this.
So let's do this couch first. Edwin, Naya, Jay, and Joy.
You got your ass dragged through the mud.
You good?
It's okay. We all get dragged sometimes.
Please clear, everyone.
And then we can come back after that? Okay.
I gotta tell you, Mama, I'm sorry. I never meant to make you feel any type of way.
Yeah.
Really. My feelings were always real, 100% real, 100% genuine. You know, I don't play like that.
Yeah.
I hated to have to put it online, but you know,
Yeah.
it's what happened, you know.
Oh. It'll be all right. It'll go away.
Hopefully
We done now.
I know. It's all over.
Welcome back to the...
That's what she get.
Let me tell you something. The way Denise laughed about it, that would have been me. I couldn't hold it. And let me tell you something. When Rasheed went up to scratch his head, that was a defense to keep himself from laughing.
Yeah.
He was trying to keep himself from laughing. Like, bro, did you really play me? But that's kind of, I'm sorry, Khalfani. I just honestly think you did act. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I really think you did act, Khalfani. I really think you did put on the show. I feel like you were promoting your business.
Yeah, he had that one episode. He had Fit on, the T-shirt.
And I just felt like with Adriana, you chose him because everybody else wanted him. Regardless of how Denise was, I just felt like you chose him because everybody else wanted him. And because every time somebody asks you, what is it about Khalfani? The first thing you always said was, all the girls liked him and everybody liked him. And this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? This is what has happened.
And
now,
the next one, she would go into
describing how. And so, but the thing about it is, the next day when you get home, how does that person know you coming home? You leave a note on the door. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was some kind of contact. I heard they kept their phones.
Yeah.
So there was some kind of contact was in the resort. You were talking to him. You just knew, let me go ahead and get rid of Denise first because what's the word I want to say? Let's get rid of Denise first because if I try this with her, she might beat me. You know what I'm saying? So Adriana's a little young and she'll be, okay to it, but that's embarrassing, It is. Karma is what it is. Karma. It was karma. Like Donna said, karma, okay? It was karma.
That's what you get.
Karma, that's what you get. You wage. I heard somebody say on their live when they were talking about what was I gonna say? If you wage war, there's gonna be casualties. You know what I'm saying? And you waged a war on Denise to get her out. You know what I'm saying? She said it on her on the interview she did. She was wanted Denise gone early. You know what I'm saying? She waged war, and then you became a casualty when your friend not even meet. You have a friend that has great discernment, okay? Because of what you said, she didn't even have to meet him to tell you this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't it. And then, you know, the thing
my friend
with
what she talking about.
You know, the thing with when Tommy's asking what's my boy name? Rasheed to say will he take her back and all that kinds of things. And he said what he was saying about when I look back and her mannerism was different and all this kind of stuff. And they're over there having a conversation. They're having a conversation. Yeah, they were so disrespectful. But yeah, they were over there having a full conversation. And then Tommy was like, wait a minute, let me see. Did you hear anything that he said? She was like, I'm sorry, no. I didn't. It's not funny.
Stop trying to laugh over that. Like,
you
we
can't
all
laugh
not
over
like
that.
side-eyeing you now.
Everybody's side-eyeing you. You got to grow up. You have to grow up. You know what I'm saying? If you want a certain man of a certain caliber, you got to grow up, or you're going to continue to get the Khalfanis who wait for women to chase him and then get upset. That he keeps getting the same woman, because the stuff that's in him that's attracting the stuff that's in Denise to him is in him, and he's like that himself. You know what I'm saying? So he should have been preaching to everybody else about what he said to Denise. Sometimes you got to step back and look.
You can't always see.
You can't always see
outside,
but you giving advice, and you didn't kick her to the curb for somebody else. And in her face, tell me something. I'm in love with her, and I see the potential of marriage. And that's what. And then you having a conversation with her about it, and that's why Tommy was like, you know, that's why he said, I can't believe this. You know, he didn't say those exact words, but it was like, I can't believe this. Like, this is all about dating. It's about being present, and you're not even present in the moment to pay attention to what's being said. You know, what you think?
I don't know. It's just that one line that he was like, I think Tommy has watched pick what is her name? Adriana. And he was like, anything less would have been uncivilized. And then like a week later, they broke up. And that's just so funny to me. Like, I'm sorry. She really got what she got. And instead of listening to Rasheed and like taking whatever he was saying
as criticism,
as
like Simone
criticism.
did. There was so many people coming from them men was saying that stuff about Simone. She took that stuff with stride. Okay, I understand. I you know, no, she's not one of my favorites, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, I understand, you know, I understand what you're saying. And she took the criticism and went on about her business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not vice versa. All right. So it looks like we're towards the end of the episode. Guys, if you want to join, can you flash my email up there on while it's going? Anyway, if you want to join and have a discussion with me, and I bring you on and we talk about everything discussed in this episode. I'm going to send you guys an email, and you guys can be invited to chat. So let's go ahead and wrap up the last few minutes, and then we'll discuss the entirety.
Ready to Love reunion. We are back. Alicia, as well as Sam. We want to send you guys blessings for your babies that are on the way. Okay?
Thank you.
Good blessings. Good blessings. David, what's next for you? You and Alex.
We just gonna take it one day at a time and see where it goes.
Can I just request us not to do a hookah date, please?
No hookah date?
Yeah, no.
I need a real date.
Raymond and Shea.
Yes, sir.
What we looking like?
We looking good.
Yeah?
We're gonna continue.
Okay.
You know.
No babies, right?
No babies.
Okay.
Hell no. Y'all know that.
Nah, we done.
All right. Edwin and Naya. What's next? Mortgage?
That's taken care of. That's not even a conversation.
What can we expect?
Continue the journey. I think we've had that great connection, so the opportunity's still there.
Naya, all the other options out of the window for the moment?
No.
They're not?
They're not.
So the window is open?
Always, until it's a ring on it.
Okay. Jay and Joy, what's on the horizon?
Just continue the process, man.
Continue the process?
Process, situationship, all of the
What is the process? When you say, y'all always give me these textbook answers. Is there a possibility?
There's always a possibility.
Okay. You You wanna crack that Tay Diggs smile one more time? Go ahead. Chris, what can we possibly look for you in your future?
Right now, just still reflecting and making sure that I'm emotionally available to give myself and my heart to the next woman.
Okay. Denise, hey, what's going on, baby?
First and foremost, I have peace and in gaining more happiness and getting further in my career, loving myself more.
I wish you well. I really do.
Thank you.
Simone.
I'm dating so much better now. I definitely love myself more. I'm asking for what I want. I'm enjoying this journey, but I'm a much better potential girlfriend than I ever was.
See, I like that. That's what going through the process does.
Yeah.
Come out a better person. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Adriana, how you doing, darling? What's next for you?
I think right now I'm just gonna take a pause from the dating scene for a little bit and just kind of focus on me and try to learn from my mistakes. Because it may be something that I'm doing wrong, so why I keep ending up in the same position.
Rasheed?
I'm running a couple businesses right now, and I'm focused on my number one business, which is my son. That's about it.
Danny?
I'm just gonna keep showing up as loved and loving on my baby and and allowing love to find me. If it finds me, he'll be a lucky guy. And if he doesn't, nobody dies.
All right.
Bars.
I like that. All right. That's it for us tonight. Hope you guys at home had as much fun as we did. Big shout out to all our singles for an incredible season. Give it up for yourselves. Come on, come on, come on. Make sure you all keep the conversation going using #ReadyToLove. I'm Tommy Miles. I'll see you next time. Good night.
Hey, sound, and we out.
Man.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, too.
Friend. Yes, sir. Yeah, good.
Sorry you went home that first night.
Congratulations.
Ready? There you go.
They said, why didn't you put that up there? Why didn't they address Denise and Anthony? You know, I was wondering the same thing. I was wondering the same thing. Why didn't they address them too? Because she was into him, even though she should have chosen from the jump. You know, she was into him. So I don't know why they didn't put that up there. I hope you can't see that. No, it's not up there. You can see anything. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't address Anthony, because they had a connection, and maybe it was too much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was too much as far as what's wrong with it for? To discuss in the reunion, or maybe they did and they cut it out. I don't know. You know, I don't know. So we'll see. I don't understand why they didn't do it, but I would have liked to see that conversation with Anthony and Khalfani played out.
Yeah,
live to everybody. That would have been good. That would have been good. So yeah. What else? What do you think? Why they didn't address it?
I mean, you pretty much said everything. You pretty much said everything. It probably wasn't essential because the main focus really was Denise and Khalfani, and so it was like, I mean, I'm pretty sure like they probably did discuss it, but it was just like, what's the point?
What's the point? Because he went Winter anyway, and it was a lot more to him in Winter.
Yeah,
because they had to show Winter sneaking to Jay's room at 1:00 in the morning, but she didn't make faces of that. So anybody want to join in the conversation? Go ahead. We'll send an email to you, and we'll bring you into the chat. Ooh, guys, I got a little choked up here, but yeah. So, I don't know.
The comment. Okay, so it was one comment that I had noticed, like Denise had made, and kind of like, I don't know if it was just editing, and they kind of just like skipped over it when she was just like, he's like, and that's why I chose what's her name? That's why I chose Adriana, and then Denise is like, because you had no other choice, because I left, and he just was just like, yeah, and
he kept talking over it. I was so embarrassed for her. Like I was like, oh my God, poor thing. Poor thing. Oh, someone wants to get in. Go ahead and send them a request.
Where?
Send the invite.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so there it is. There, guys. Sorry, guys. Oh, you can hear it. Go ahead. But yeah, that was I forgot what the heck you just said. My bad, guys. What were we talking about?
Oh, when he just straight up just like
kind of just straight, and I was kind of embarrassed.
It was embarrassing
for her, and then she was embarrassed when they were talking at the end.
Yeah.
He was giving her a hug, telling her, "I'm sorry it played out like that," but you didn't have no sympathy, for Denise.
Yeah.
With all of that was going on, you was just like, but you played Adriana. You only did that because the cameras probably were watching.
Yeah.
And you wanted to make sure you look good.
Yeah.
And then my understanding for what I saw here on Twitter, on the Twitters, from what I saw here on that, was that this person that he was with, I think I heard Simone say it, the person that he was with, what's I gonna say, is from a different country, and she's not ethnic.
Wait, what he say that?
He just said Simone told his business.
Mm-hmm. Simone always telling someone's business or telling the backstage tea. That's so. Why you come on Ready to Love then?
What'd she say? Guys, this whole show was a hot mess. Because I like the first two seasons.
Mm-hmm.
As I stated, I don't know if because they were here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was because it was here in Atlanta, the first two seasons, and we met one person from. I've met a few people from the first season. They're like really cool, and really wasn't that much drama in the first season. The second season, it just was. I can't remember Tandy and Mario, but that was towards the end. And most of these people in this season, I'm just so disappointed. Like, I hope Will Packer is just disappointed in the casting.
I know I would be,
because it just seemed like everybody was here for their
self-promotion or something.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
You know
wrong
what I'm
with
saying? There's
but
nothing wrong with self-promotion and things like that. But it's just, ugh. Let's see here. He said he clicked the link to join the live. Can we see?
He should have popped up right here. Who do you think was the most disappointing couple? Out of the ones that so there was Joy and Jay, there was Adriana and Khalfani. Who's the other ones? Winter and what's his name? Anthony. What is her name? What's her name? Shay and Raymond. I think that's all the and then kind of David and Alex. Out of those couples, who do you think was the most disappointing? You
talking about this gonna come for their future, or disappointing that they even hooked up? Is that what you're saying?
Both. Answer the second one first.
Disappointing. Did you name Edwin and Naya in there?
Oh, I forgot about them.
That's the most disappointing one because I am disappointed in Edwin. Matter of fact, I look at him different. I think Joy made a face too, like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the Edwin that was on the show? So was that a fake representative to? I mean, I know him and Naya was getting along, but I'm telling you, that's not going to be good for him mentally. That's not going to be a good connection for him mentally. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Oh God, it's not. Who else? I don't know about the Raymond and what I call it. The Raymond and what's that girl name? Shea. The Raymond and Shea. What else? I don't know about that one. So I just had sent them.
You sent it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, you can put it in there. Sorry, guys. It keeps making all that noise. So who do you think? Who do you think?
The most disappointing couple? It is, of course, Edwin and what is her name? I keep forgetting everybody's names. Edwin and Naya, that is the most disappointing couple. I can't really say much about Joy and Jay because, like, they're just like kind of figuring it out what they're doing right now, So yeah. Who else? Who's the other couple? Shay, like you said, like it was very surprising. Like I wasn't expecting that. Like when they was like some chef. When he was like somebody on the show, I was like, okay, so somebody, of course, someone on the couch. But like when he said Shay, I was like, I don't know what I was expecting. I know it wasn't Alicia, but I don't know what I don't know what I was expecting. What was the other couples? Oh, and Adriana and what's it called? Y'all already know how I feel about that. That one was funny. Like we sorry. I'm sorry. That one was funny. We all know that couple was not. I mean, there are some people who do like ship them and stuff like that. So I understand that might be a disappointment to you, but for the rest of us, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. But overall, I'm just kind of confused why a lot of people even came on this show, because it's like, obviously, one, y'all got a lot of baggage, you know what I'm saying, like a lot, and then two, I can't remember what to say, but like it's just like y'all came on here and kind of like play games. Yeah, also, yeah, when Raymond was put that up there. When Raymond was playing that connection, talking about something, it's and she's talking about something, it's not platonic. That I just would have left. They smashing. No. No. But
That's
yeah,
pretty much what she was saying. Yeah, that's pretty much what she was saying. So there he is. Yeah, that's pretty much what she was.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. No, it really is sad. It really is sad. Oh, and then what's his name? David and Alex. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with those two, because it just seems like they just just chilling right now. So it's like, who knows if she even might date anyone off the show. So yeah. Are you about to put him on?
Yes, we got someone. We got PJ. Get ready to come on and discuss it. I know he's an avid watcher of my channel. Let's bring him in.
Hello, PJ.
Hey, how y'all doing?
How you doing? Why I feel like I'm not in here properly? Is that better?
There you go.
All right, there we go. All right, how you doing? What did you think about the whole? First of all, you watched the whole season, right?
I did. Yeah, can I be honest?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Not my favorite season.
I don't think it's a lot of people's.
Why do you say not your favorite season?
I mean, there's a few reasons that stick out to me. For one, I just feel like a lot of and y'all actually kind of mentioned it already, but a lot of the participants, I just don't feel like they were really in it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At their own motives and agendas. And, like you said, like, self-promotion, there's nothing bad with that. There's
right.
with plugging your business, just so long as you do it tastefully and remember why you're on the show.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like, people were just too focused on really just too focused on promoting themselves and not staying true to the reason why they're on the show. So I mean, hopefully they do a better job with casting next time.
Yeah, they just, first of all, I had to, I'm not gonna talk about anybody, but first of all, I had to get used to well, I'm talking about in a bad way. I had to get used of the people and what they initially looked like at first, because the Atlanta cast looked different. I don't know, it's because they were a little kookier, because they were in a resort, you know what I'm saying? They was trapped up in a resort. So I'm not sure if that was the case.
A huge factor.
I do think
them being at a resort and being able to just like you see everybody all the time. So of course y'all gonna be closer, because I see you every day. I see you walking around the halls, you know what I'm saying? So like that does have a factor in it, but I do feel like they kind of just like let loose, and so we really got to see, you know, a lot of stuff on the show and after the show, as opposed to like the other seasons where you like heard about the stuff after the show. You'd be like, oh, they was doing that, you know what I'm saying? But on the show, you're seeing everything, and then everyone after the show, well, while the show was airing, everybody had like loose lips and was telling everything that we ain't even seen yet. So
question, like, isn't it like a standard that when you do shows like this, like, don't they make you sign something to where you can't release certain things and talk about certain things?
They do.
Right. You have to sign a non-disclosure.
NDA,
So NDA. So I don't know if they were, because they were doing a lot of I'm not trying to promote anybody else's stuff, but they were doing a lot of interviews on other YouTube channels, and things like that. I think I saw where Simone had said that OWN had told her to stop, don't do anymore. I noticed that with another show called Put a Ring on It. They was doing a lot of live, and then they were doing a lot of live stuff on their own things, talking about, which is okay to talk about or discuss the episode with your followers and things like that.
They was giving away future stuff.
So they was doing too much. So maybe Will Packer and his production or his company may calm down a little bit more. But like I said, the first 2 seasons, you didn't hear about anything. And pretty much until the reunion was over. And even with the whole thing about, what was I going to say? The whole thing, even with season 2 with Tandy and Mario. Well, she didn't know because she was surprised at the reunion. But they had shot the reunion and nobody said anything. You didn't see Reva and Mario posting pictures of each other. And I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy. It was too many
interviews.
They was doing too many interviews.
That's
right about it. It was just too many interviews and too many lives.
Real celebrities.
Yeah, they do need better contracts. You say take the money. Right. And I understand, like I said, it is a good stepping ground. Like there's a couple people that I don't think were actors or whatever.
Everybody an actor now.
Right, everybody's acting. Like I think Mike from season 1 went on to do a couple shows as like a featured extra, meaning like he had a few dialogue.
Here's your drink, sir.
Huh?
Here's your drink, sir.
Yeah. Things like that. I think Tandy, and I think Mario's been in some stuff after the show. Tandy, I did see her on another reality show some years prior to that, and I know she does a lot of stage plays, and she's a singer, and boy can she sing. But she's a singer, but that was it. Everybody else seemed like they was around the way people in Atlanta, and then they just, now if you look at their pages, they're just out just promoting their own businesses and stuff like that. But it was just,
they use the show as a vehicle for their own career. So.
Right.
Not a bad thing essentially, but I mean, just remember why you're there in the first place. Like,
they make themselves memorable.
those spots.
To do all the other stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut them off.
So let me ask you this: as a man, the whole Khalfani and Adriana thing with him leaving, dumping her for his ex or whatever. What did you pick up on Khalfani this season? Did you feel like he was just acting, or what did you pick up as far as that?
I feel like Khalfani, I don't doubt that he had feelings, but he always had in the back of his mind, if this don't work out, at least I know I got, you know what I'm saying, back home. So I don't doubt that there were feelings. You can have feelings for somebody, you can feel a certain way for someone, but not have, how do I want to word this? I like to say he was in the moment. He was in the moment, but not necessarily thinking of a future, not necessarily seeing a future between them two per se. You know, I hope that makes sense to you guys.
Yes.
The way I'm explaining it. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely believe he was feeling her in the moment. I definitely believe that the feelings were real for her in the moment, and a little hard to say, but for her, you know, I think, you know, she could have, she just didn't see the signs. You know, she had somebody in my man, what's my man name? Rasheed, that was into her, that was really feeling her. Like he made it known, like,
yeah,
I'm pursuing you, you know, and he was the man was a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? He said,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
as soon as I knew that your interest wasn't all the way there, I'm not gonna force myself on you. I'm gonna back off because obviously you went to my man. That was the first sign, at least to me, right there, that hey, this is a good dude. This is an honorable dude, you know. But she got what she wanted. It's kind of hard to feel sorry for her, though. To be perfectly honest with you, it's kind of hard for me to feel sorry for her because she got exactly what she wanted.
Right.
You know, and she was so focused on, you know, even though she had her little situation with Denise, you know, I think she was so caught up in trying to make Denise look bad.
Yeah.
That, you know, she didn't see that, you know, she was pretty much falling in the same trap. It came back on her. You can almost say it was karma.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And I want to say this. I know you said earlier that he had this thing like, if it don't work out here, then I have something back home. I just think like basically what Amani just said, he tried to use the show to get over his ex. So I just think he might have had her as the side just in case. So if the ex never showed back up, if his ex never showed back up and puts a note on the door,
that was another one for me because it was just like, okay, like were y'all still in communication?
They had to be. They had to be. They had to be because how did she just show up out of nowhere during the whole Corona? You know, Corona thing, knowing he was, and then they say he showed up. She showed up the next day. That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's my thing. I just don't think that was. I just think he just used the show one just to make sure, as Amani just said, to get over. And then she said, so she basically stated he wasn't putting forth as much effort, but there's a difference between the effort and genuine interactions. She wanted somebody intentions. I'm sorry. Adriana wanted somebody to keep chasing her.
Yeah.
So she can say all the guys was chasing me. Y'all got to go back and remember the comments she made when she first came onto the resort. Like, you know, I'm ready for the competition and everybody wants me. That might be true. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take that from you. That might be your truth. I can't take you from your truth. However, Rasheed, like you said, he was being a gentleman. And don't forget, Rasheed had connections with Alex and what's my girl name? Simone.
He probably had more connections.
And he probably had more connections than that, but that's all they kind of showed. And every time he went in, he was like, I really like Alex, but if it's coming down between Alex and Adriana, I'm gonna pick Adriana. And then Adriana's forgetting that the first women sit down in Tommy's Tavern, she said, Rasheed is my dude. Like, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? And I like Raymond too. He can be on the side, but Rasheed is my man. So I don't know if she forgot that, you know. Almost call her name that my little brother calls her. That my little brother calls her. I'm gonna say that. I don't disrespect it. Disrespect her. High school mentality, and that's the thing, that is high school mentality, like that playing those games. Yeah, we all played those games. I did play those games when I was younger. Actually, younger than the age of Adriana. I think she's 32. She's 32.
I think so.
I think she's 33, 32.
She older
you
than
know,
me.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But she's playing those, you know, those high school games. And you know, at this point, it's just what it is. At this point in life, if you really ready to love, you know, you listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
If you really listen to what Rasheed was saying, you even kept him around.
And he was explaining
to dismiss him. Oh gosh.
He was explaining why he wasn't chasing you. He wasn't going. He was explaining it, but she over here talking some. You know, I just want to know if this, and I'm just like, I just can't.
No.
Sorry for her.
Huh?
That's why I'm sorry for her.
She draws that baby voice. I don't know if that's a voice because she's the only child
Mhm.
and she used that to get away with her parents.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But she used that voice, you know, instead of not paying attention. That's why if you watch, Nephew Tommy was done. He was like, wait a minute. Hold on, Rasheed is up here explaining something, talking about you, and you ain't heard nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, he heard nothing. He had not heard. She's not heard nothing. You know, she heard that.
And also, I
cracking
would
on the
have been.
concrete.
I'm looking at Khalfani slightly sideways too, because as a respect as a decent person, you know, if someone's talking and they have the floor, let them have the floor. Don't try to have a side conversation too, because like we can say like it's, you know, Adriana was being rude. Yes, she was being rude, but also Khalfani was being rude too by like even entertaining what was going on in that couch right there. It came back to her later, like they did
afterwards. And he was just like, he said, at least it's over. It's over. At least it's over. So, hey.
For me, this season with the cast, I'm not saying that it was everybody, but definitely more in this season than the previous two. There was a lot of maturity issues, you know, just lack of maturity, lack of empathy towards feelings. You know, but I think that's just a sign of you know, a lot of, you know, the saying that hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hurt individuals on this show.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows, you know, and it shows through their how they deal with one another and how they respond to when they know that they've wronged someone.
Yeah.
Complete lack of empathy.
Yeah.
To realize their wrongdoing. You know, you see a lot of people making excuses for their actions on this show. So yeah, it I don't know, man. Like they just gonna have to do a better job of the screening process when they get their next season going.
Right. And what you said about like the whole Naya thing is like they gave her too much of a pass in how she was acting at the reunion. And that don't fly right with me. That bothers me. Do you know what I'm saying? That really bothers me with how they laughed at her behavior. Nothing was funny.
Nothing was funny.
Chris was over there hurt.
What she
you
said
can
was
see it.
really disrespectful. And
Yeah.
everybody just like,
Feelings.
Huh?
Just total disregard for his feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
like
she
he
said.
needs to get over it. Oh, he'll be okay, and just a disregard, you know, for
I still date
anybody's
you, though.
feelings. And can't nobody on there outside of. And I know Joy gets a lot of hate. You know, I be seeing a lot of people talking about how they don't like Joy and she's being fake and things like that. But my thing is this. Nobody that sits there, none of the ladies that sat there and said they're life coaches or they believe in women empowerment, there's nothing that you can talk to me about. You got what I'm saying? You cannot empower me to be a better person. And the thing with Winter in her divorce, you know what I'm saying? I went through that in my divorce. But I came out a different way, and ain't no way in the world a guy tells me, you know, I can only talk to you at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. No, buddy, I'm good. You'll never talk to me. And that's how I am to this day. I'll cut you off quick. I do the ghost. Okay, I don't ghost as much. I stopped that because I don't want the karma. But but you know, it's just like you said, it's just a lot of immaturity. Hold on, I see a comment here. I couldn't even put the thing up here. She was defending Khalfani, but not Rasheed. In my opinion, I believe she did the same thing to Rasheed that Denise did in a passive-aggressive way, making comments like he showed me his true colors. You're talking about the whole Adriana defending Khalfani over Rasheed.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to like reread what's called because I wasn't. Yeah, I think that's what she's saying. But not Rasheed. In my opinion, I believe she did the same thing to Rasheed that Denise did in a passive aggressive way.
Well, talking about the narcissist comment, explain it to me. You know, I can be a bit slow sometimes. Go ahead.
No, I was trying to reread for clarification, but I need you to put it back up there. I can't see.
So you should wear your glasses. So what do you think about I don't know, do you know about I know you had, what do you think about the whole Edwin and Naya now? Being that he needs some mental you know, some things he's working on in himself. What do you think about that? Jay? I said, what do you think about the whole? I thought you was getting to answer.
No, I heard your question.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if it was a delay or something, bro.
No.
No, Naya was the that was the young lady that just had the total disregard for my
Yes.
man. Yeah, and Edwin was the
one
gentleman.
that was in beside her with the gray.
Yeah.
The Brent of the season.
The Brent of, I remember him. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, you definitely saw in his face that I feel like he had reservations. You know, like when all of that came out, when he saw that, like in the back of his mind, even when he was trying to explain himself, you could tell that, you know, he was having second thoughts. You know, like man, you can do my man like that. How you gonna do me? You know, like
but he knew that when she left the resort, so I didn't understand.
Yeah,
I feel like he was in denial. I feel like he thought he was above. You know, he thought he was above that.
He probably thought he was above that. He probably thought because he looks better than
be
Smooth, which I don't think.
So if it does,
no. Sometimes people do think that in their mind. Like,
okay,
I could be wrong.
I'm different than KG.
I'm different than him because I'm a chef and I cook and you know, and I got my gray hair. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. That's just all of a sudden that just kind of what hit me a little bit. Like, you know, that's the thing. So, did you understand the comment a little bit?
I do, but like I don't. But anyways, what was I saying? I can't remember. I say you made me forget my train of thought.
Oh, I'm sorry. So that was it. Well, if they do a season 4, I'll watch it. They got to renew my hopes.
I got to see what city they're doing it in first.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if they don't do it in Atlanta, I've been to Charlotte. North Carolina is North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina is a nice, decent place. I've met a few people there, but you know, maybe come out of Texas or I don't know. Just
if they did come out of Texas, they will have to. What he said?
Texas not ready yet.
No, they're not. They're not ready to
but
love. They're
like
ready to act a fool.
You can find, because we saw like people like Danny who would be a saving grace for the show, that there is hope for getting better people on Ready to Love.
And Rasheed.
And Rasheed. I totally forgot about Rasheed. But like there's hope and joy and people like that. Like there is hope for that. But they just have to, you know, go through a better screening process, not just let anyone on the show. No offense to these people, but like, come on now. So yeah, so if they did come out to Texas, they just have to do better with picking the people. That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. All right, guys, we have been on for over an hour, and I really enjoyed this time. You may see a little break from me. You may not. I may do a breakdown video here, but before we go, I just want to give PJ, thank you so much for dropping in and
thanks for having me.
Your little nuggets and talking to us about the show, and looking forward to bring you on many other discussions. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a good.
All right. All right, but yes, but yeah, guys, so we have come to an end, and I really enjoyed reviewing this season. This is my first time deciding to do a review. I always have something to say, especially about the first 2 seasons. I was so spot on, so I was like, why not let the world see, you know, what I have to say? So I may do another vehicle. What is going on? Video where I'm just going to wrap up and talk about and break down the season as a whole. I'm not sure. We'll see. But you guys, this is not the end of it. I do have some original content that's coming out that I will put on my channel, as well as other movie reviews as other TV show reviews. But guys, that is all I have for you guys tonight. I do thank you guys so much for joining me. And Kiana, you have any last comments or last thoughts?
No, you pretty everything's discussed. So
the main one says she's quiet and doesn't want to talk. But I do thank you guys so much for joining me, and I look forward to see you guys again. Thank you. You guys have a good night.
Oh, bye. I had to do it again. I'm sorry.